Welcome to Profound Frivolity. We're your hosts, Dustin,
Oren,
and Gray.
And in this podcast, we're going to be telling stories that you didn't know you wanted to hear.
So grab a drink.
And some good and plenty.
Because this is Profound Frivolity.
Welcome back to another episode. This is Profound Frivolity, and today we are talking about random stories that didn't fit into any other episodes.
We do these a lot.
That's not what we're
story
talking
bucket.
about.
No, we're not talking about that.
doing.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's called a story bucket episode, and I'm going to start with a story.
From a bucket.
Yes. Okay, so, as you know, we had a Halloween episode.
Yes.
And on Halloween, this has nothing to do with the Halloween episode. I don't know why I said
okay, it kind of
Halloween
does.
episode. It kind of does.
I'll link it to it at the end.
So it was Halloween, right? On Halloween, I'm a little too old to go trick-or-treating in my perspective. In my perspective, I am. So I was like, I'm just going to stay home. And we ended up watching A Quiet Place 2, which was really fun.
It was sick.
Yeah. Without Gray. She was trick-or-treating. But
Yes,
I
I
didn't.
did.
And I had this walrus costume. And I was
Walrus
like...
onesie. We've talked about it. Yeah.
Yes. It's legendary. And I got into it as kind of like my costume because we were having like a party. So it's like, I want to be in a costume. And I had this giant Hershey chick... Hershey
chocolate
chocolate
bar.
candy bar. Like one of the jumbo ones, right?
Yeah.
And I wrote this thing on the back, like this corny backstory that was like, oh, I'm the Walrus King. I've traveled from like a super far away land, and you're the chosen one, and this magical chocolate bar will give you like pretty much superpowers. I just really wanted to like give it to like a little kid and like make his day because he just got like a giant chocolate bar, and then still like incorporating like a funny kind of thing because I'm a walrus. Guys, I'm a walrus. I'm literally a walrus.
Identity reveal.
Oh yeah.
Hello. I'm a walrus.
So anyway, this walrus suit has a hood that like goes over with like tusks and stuff, so I can't see out of it. So I'm standing there, this family walks by, and I just like pass it off to them. And they're like, oh my goodness, this is so cool, it's so awesome, it's so big, it's amazing. And they just like walk off, right? And their parents are like, thank you, like happy Halloween. And I was like, happy Halloween. And we got the entire thing on film too. Like, we like did like a documentary.
It was like a fake thing. My
Yeah,
brother
it was like
we're doing like an epic prank, bro, with Swagger the Walrus.
yeah, that's what I call myself,
blah,
Swagger the
blah,
Walrus. And we were like, hey, let's just post this on YouTube because it's just stupid and funny, and stuff like this sometimes goes viral. So we were like, okay, yeah, that's cool. So I posted on YouTube after like bare minimum editing, right? And then my mom gets a text from the person that we gave it to.
Well, from like the person's mom.
From the person's mom.
Or no, the person's aunt.
Okay, so this is where I don't know.
Yeah.
The person.
So Oren was a part of that whole epic prank video.
Right, so
blah, blah,
we
blah.
gave it to them, right? And we were like, that's so cool. They're gonna go home. I actually know that family. Yeah, they're gonna go home and they're gonna like that, right?
They're gonna enjoy the chocolate bar, blah blah blah.
A couple nights later, or maybe the next night, my
Yeah.
mom gets a text from the mom who's like really worried, and she's like, have you seen a walrus anywhere? Because she's like, no, I haven't actually. She's like, because a walrus gave
a kid
my
in a
son-
walrus suit, not a walrus.
well, she doesn't know it's a kid.
Well-
I'm tall enough to not be a kid.
Oh, okay. Well, no, like
She
she
didn't
like a
know it-
person. She
yeah,
obviously
okay, yeah.
didn't think it was a real walrus.
Obviously, yeah. She was like, okay, have you seen the person in a walrus suit? Because he gave my son and his friends a chocolate bar, and it says it's magical on the back of it, which instantly means it has drugs in it. Automatically. So she's like really freaked out that this
we
thing
were like
has...
on their property, of course, and so she's like asking, in the video, and then like also when you're giving that.
We're not on the property, that's someone else's house.
Yeah, but it was like right by your house, which is why she was asking, like, hey,
exactly.
have you seen this person?
Right, because then they
Yeah.
saw me in my walrus suit run to my house.
Didn't realize
they
it was him,
thought,
though.
Yeah, so they thought that like I, the cynical Swagger the Walrus, was passing out drugged candy bars, right? This is just what you think as a mom. I don't know, but like...
Especially because he was like, it'll give you magical powers.
Exactly.
Like, that does sound a little...
it does. It's a little sus, I'm the imposter.
Oh, gosh.
my diet of
One
Among
of the
Us
bar-
memes is so messed up.
one of the little squares is the imposter.
Yeah.
You'll
It's
never
laced
know.
with gunpowder. When you bite it, it'll shoot your teeth out of your head.
That's not how that worked.
I know, but I
So,
like to
anyway.
picture it that way.
It was like
Oh.
bam. So they texted us, and my mom was like, "Oh my goodness, Dustin! They think that you're a cynical walrus who like drugged the candy bar."
Yeah, they
And
think
the
you're
kid-
trying to drug
Yeah.
children.
And so she said that her son was like really excited to eat it, right? And then when she like shared her concerns, he was like, "You have." So she works at HEB, right, which is like, like a really good store. They have their own like testing labs and stuff, and she works there where they like test food and stuff. And he was like, "You need to take it to the lab and test it for drugs." So she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take it to the lab and test it for drugs." And
There were drugs in it.
they
No.
caught me. Oh, the prank didn't work.
The
Yeah.
epic prank.
It looks like this prank has been an epic fail.
Yes, that's what we said. So they didn't, because we were like, "Yeah, that was us. We're really sorry." She was like, "Yeah, we've already told like 50 people." So I'm kind of a menace to society and our neighborhood.
Yeah.
So guess what I'm not doing or going as next year? A
A
walrus. But oh my goodness, they said, okay, yeah, when they got it, they said they almost called the police. Like straight up, they were like, we are gonna call the police. They didn't.
I feel like that's a little much for a
is.
chocolate bar.
And then that's
If you're
why they
worried,
didn't.
throw it away.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if they ate it.
They probably did.
Yeah, it
because
sounded
like they
like
know them. So
Exactly.
once they realize it actually was Dustin, and obviously he's not going to drug your child. I think.
Not so. I'm not
they
going to.
probably were like, oh, whatever. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
So, I just, right when my mom told me that and I read the text, I just imagined a picture of a walrus wanted
Oh yeah.
for handing out candy on Halloween, like pinned to like all the light posts in our neighborhood.
This is a breach of nature. Walruses cannot give out candy.
A walrus.
And if they do, it's laced with drugs.
Equal rights. Walruses should be allowed to pass out candy on Halloween too.
They're trying to kill society with their drugged chocolate.
Yeah. So
We
that's
ended
my
up
story.
taking the video.
Yeah, we took the video off of YouTube.
Though my brother still. doesn't
Yeah, I
know
still
why
have
you
a hard
it.
copy of it. Like, not like a hard copy, but like a copy saved on my computer. So we're gonna have a break and we'll be right back.
Alright, we're back, and I have a story now. So there was this one time, right, where I was in my house, and I had to climb up onto the sink because I was a short, like, baby child, and so was my sister, but she was even more of a short baby child. And I had to climb on top of my sink to get to the medicine drawer.
What?
Probably, like, find something I wanted. I don't know.
In the medicine drawer?
Gotta
There's all
find
kinds
something
of fun
I
stuff
want.
in the medicine. Okay. There's all kinds of fun things in the medicine drawer. Anyway, I'm climbing up, and
Oh, the medicine cabinet, you mean?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and I am just about to get up on top of the sink, and my sister's watching me. She's just looking at me. She doesn't even really know how to talk all that well yet, and I fall on my sister,
Ah.
on her leg,
Uh-oh.
and she is very upset.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
how old was she? Like 2?
not even 2.
Oh my god.
So I fell
Did you
right on her
snap
leg. We thought we broke it.
Did it make a
'cause
crunchy crunch?
She was screaming, crying. She was very upset. She didn't want to walk.
So
She
you
had
jumped on it
learned-
again and she
she had-
stopped crying.
She had
Oh my gosh.
so she had like just learned to walk. So she's getting a pretty bad experience, you know.
Yeah.
She's
And we
like,
take her
walk
to the-
hurt.
And we take her to the ER, and we go in this room, right, where there's like an X-ray. I didn't know what it was. All I know is that they were like shooting my sister with lasers or something. I don't know. So we had to like stand back. I don't.
And like look away or something like that.
Yeah. So but then they come back and they're like, "Yep, her bone is fine. She is fine."
Yeah, because when you're a baby, your bone is bendy.
Yes.
Baby bone bendy.
Ew.
But
Bendy baby bone.
Say that 5 notes fast.
baby Bendy.
Don't
Baby
actually.
Bendy. Anyway, so I fell on it. I didn't feel bad because it was an accident. And my parents were just like, okay, it's fine. You didn't mean to do it. Just don't climb on
Did
things
it
when your
again.
sister is below you. Well, no, something similar did happen. I jumped down and stomped on her foot like a year later on accident.
Oh my.
But
She-
I just went like, Shh,
Oh.
you're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, shut up and breathe this in. And then she fell asleep forever.
Oh my word.
But yeah, so that happened. But then for like several weeks, even after she was healed, she was afraid to walk. Because like she had just learned how to walk. So she had quickly learned that walking is painful. So she was
Aw.
terrified to walk or even crawl for a while. I still didn't feel bad because it was an accident.
Oh gosh.
But
Like, who
that,
cares if she learns to walk?
That's not like
but that was
important
just
or
something
anything.
that happened that was like really worrying to my whole family. And the whole time I'm just sitting there, the causer of the problem,
And you're like,
just like,
it was an accident, so.
yo, this is pretty sick. We got to go see an X-ray.
Oh yeah, man.
That's my main
Baby-
memory
baby
from it
bones.
still, is getting to see an X-ray.
Wow.
And that's mine. I almost crushed my sister's leg.
Oh gosh. I actually got a concussion because I was in, you know, like those footy pajamas. I might have talked about this. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You know, where they like cover your feet, and they're supposed to have this little like tiny plasticky beads at the bottom so you don't slip or whatever. Obviously, that didn't work.
Yeah, because like your foot is slipping against like the soft material.
Yeah.
sure. Like the bottom of the slippy of the like the shoe area
Yeah.
stays on, but your foot still slips.
But then all the ones that do have those inside, because some of them do, are so uncomfortable.
yeah.
Yeah.
They break the immersion.
They totally do.
Yeah, they're like budget fursuits, like my walrus onesie.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. Either way, I was doing the same thing you were doing. I was getting up on the counter.
You're getting some medicine.
No, I was actually cleaning the mirror. I don't know why. I think I was like, I wanted to like touch the light bulb or something. And I ended
Light
up,
bulb.
I was like, ooh, the light. So I stood up on the counter in my footy pajamas, and I slipped and I fell and I hit my head and I got a concussion, and my parents thought I died.
They did?
Yeah, I was like blacked out, you know, like a ah! And they were like, oh my gosh, yeah. And then another time, my brother swallowed, you know, the teeny tiny little screws that come in like little kids' toys? You know, like you look away for 5 seconds and it's gone because it's just like faded into nothingness because it's so tiny.
Uh-huh.
My brother ended up eating one of those. And then.
It's like Penny.
And
Bro,
then he
I remember him
walks up-
flexing about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah, he flexed. He was like, "I ate a screw," and I'm like, "That's so cool."
Oh my gosh.
You're basically a cyborg now.
Oh,
Yeah, and then my
wow.
older brother was like, "I ate a quarter. Last time I checked, those are bigger than screws, which means I'm still cooler than you."
Oof. He ended up walking up to my parents, you know, as like a 3 or 4-year-old, and he's like, I ate a nail. So when they think of nail, they think of like, you know, a gigantic, you know, my dad had just been building like a treehouse in the backyard, and they're like these gigantic nails, like the size of like your index finger. And so they're like, he literally is going to die. We have to rush him to the emergency room before he like punctures one of his organs, you know. And so they take him in, they give him an X-ray, and it's like this teeny tiny thing, smaller than like a fingernail clipping, you know. And I ate a nail. And he's like they literally thought he was gonna die.
That is not funny.
No, it's not.
Also
it's
funny.
kind of funny, but like it's not funny.
Yeah.
And
It's a shame that he died.
He
He didn't.
I know.
Yeah, I know. It actually punctured his appendix, and he had pre-appendicitis, and it all bled out inside of him. He died,
oh my gosh.
just like Harry
Houdini.
Houdini. He is Harry Houdini. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be the end of today's episode. It was a little short.
But we have been going long
yeah.
lately, too. So,
That's
like,
okay. And next week is Thanksgiving, so we're going to do a break that week, so there will not be an episode.
But then hopefully the next one we can have a guest. I
Yes,
think that
we
might
are
be a
trying to
possibility.
get a guest. We have a guest list, and we're just trying to figure out dates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys then. Bye.